So again, I'm Raven Bonwell. I'm a life and leadership coach and the artistic director of We Happy Few Productions. I came to coaching through a theater background. I moved up here to be an actor 11 or so years ago now, and as a result, I took a bunch of little odd jobs to be able to be an actor and make a living as an artist. And I was really proud of myself for a long time about the hustle that I created. And I did this for many years. And in my mid-late 20s, I looked at my life and I went, well, I have 7 jobs right now. 7. None of them are acting. Not one. I was exhausted. I could not haul myself to an audition, let alone think about taking a gig that rehearsed for the rest of the evening when I, was working 7 jobs during the week. And I realized this is not what I want, right? I had just met the guy who I would eventually marry, spoiler alert, and I knew that he was the one, and I went, wow, I do not want our lives to be like this. I cannot imagine myself as a 40-year-old dog walker, babysitter, tour guide, sometimes teacher, etc., etc. And I knew something needed to change, but I didn't know what, because I was a creative person, I was an artist, and I didn't think that anything else in life would fulfill me as a career, and I was pretty sad. And it was about then that I happened to meet a life coach. Now, look, I'll tell you, I had no idea that profession existed. She introduced herself to me and I went, you do what? That's a thing? And it was. And she started talking to me about possibility and about designing my life on my terms in a way that maybe I'd never seen anybody do it before, but a way that I could actually empower to get what I wanted. And so I started working on this, right? I just totally drank the Kool-Aid and went with it. And what I ended up deciding is that I wanted to do this too. It had made such an impact on my life. I quit all 7 of my jobs. I started a theater company that would actually create my artistic home and be able to actually fulfill my creative need there. I started auditioning a little bit, but only for the things that I really wanted to go for, not for all of the small things. I didn't really want to be a tree in the background of a major production. So I started actually putting myself out there, and I went and joined a year-long coach training program to become a coach myself, and to actually be able to support other people in designing their lives. Because my dream life is likely not your dream life. Your dream life looks different than mine. And there's nothing more fulfilling. I get very excited about talking about this because it's a magical moment when somebody that I'm on the phone with or somebody that I'm in conversation with suddenly gets it, and this light bulb goes off, and they realize what they want, and that they can actually have it, and it's huge, right? So I joined this coach training program. I became a coach. I built my coaching business. I do that during the day. The first day of my coach training program, I actually got married to that guy. So yeah, it was a big day. I like to do everything all at one time. But such is my life. Yes. Yes, exactly. And now I support people in designing their own lives. And in the evening, I go and I am the artistic director of my theater company. We actually just opened a show last night. So I was at an opening last night, and I'm here today, and I could not be more excited to be living this way. That doesn't mean that I don't still have some stumbling blocks and things that I don't, I didn't plan for, things like that. But it means that overall, I'm working on all of this stuff, and I'm actually designing life and reacting to life on my terms. So that's a little bit about who I am. And how Alex set it up was so perfect. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about success today. So who in this room is at the point in your career and your life that you're like, yeah, things are great. things are actually pretty much where I want them to be. I'm, if I retired tomorrow, I would be so set. Cool. Cool. All right, so who's at the point? Tell me. Who's at the point where you're somewhere in the middle. You've gotten going. Things are pretty good, but there's somewhere else that you want to go, both in life and career. Great. More people. Good. Anybody just starting out in their career in here? Yeah, all right, nice. So for those of you that are in the second camp, those of you that are, mid-career, things are going pretty well, but it could be better. What's the gap? What's in the way?
Dead.
Yeah, thank you.
I would say family is because you're not able to move and experience other
Family and kids. Those darn family kids.
I'm sorry, but it's true.
Totally, absolutely. Yeah, other commitments, family, kids. Yeah. What else? Yes.
Yeah, I feel like I just made a career transition.
Mm-hmm.
So I have work experience, but I'm new to what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think for me, it's just time. I need to learn, and then I have my several next steps along the way.
Yeah. So new transition, and kind of getting your baby legs again. Okay, well, what's it like to walk over here? Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Yes.
Figuring out what transition looks like.
What does transition look like? Can you speak more to that?
I'm currently in grad school. I work full time. I went back to school because I thought it is what I want, but I can't figure out what that looks like exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit intangible.
Got it. Yeah. Nice. Thank you. And so for those of you starting out, it seems like a big continuity over here, starting out. How will you know when you've gotten there? Great question. Thank you. Yeah.
You really hit the nail on the head there.
My work is done. Okay. But really, what are you working for? What are you trying to get to? Yes.
I usually will when I do any job, I'll just work it until I feel like I can't do anything in that position, and then I need to either move up within the company or just leave. But I don't like being stuck. That bothers me really bad when I just feel like I'm in a loop. So I would like that, and I think my parents are in a generation like last one where you really didn't have to get a college degree, and I have to. But they're no, you just need a job. And I'm no, y'all not miserable, but y'all don't look thrilled. I don't mind leaving it. I can stay thrilled. And they aren't sad, but I'm they could give you a list of what they would have done. And I'm well, how do you do it? Right.
Your parents and my parents sound very similar. All right. So what are you all noticing about the answers? Oh yeah, give them candy out.
Yeah, that answer just reminded me. Well, it's a combination of finances, time, uncertainty, and transitions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Stuck.
Wanting more. Right? Yeah. It can't just be meh. Right? Yeah. Exactly. So the answer. Yeah.
Well, I have a question.
Yes.
In that same kind of realm, in terms of when do you, I guess, get to that place of fulfillment? And I feel because this is my second career. My first career was in social work, criminal justice, and I transitioned into arts management. And I'm considered mid-level, executive level at this point in my career. And I'm in that place of what is my purpose? What am I doing? What am I living for? And then when is enough fulfilling to me.
Mhm.
And so working through it through therapy, thank you therapy. But it is one of those things where I'm trying to fight because I want to be in this field, but I feel like I'm burning out.
Yes.
in this field.
Absolutely. Well, and thank you for that amazing segue to my next point. Right, is that actually fulfillment is different for everybody, right? Some people it's debt, other people family, like actually getting all of this stuff working together, right? And to your point, right? Feeling kind of stuck and circling and going, no, there's more to life than where I am right now, right? How many of you right now are, there's more to life than where I am right now, right? So who would like to know, I know you do, the secret to success?
Everybody.
Yeah, me too. Oh my gosh. If anybody knows, please let me know. No, but the point is that actually that roadmap isn't written yet, right? If somebody could just hand me a roadmap for success in my life, oh, I would find $1 million to pay them with. I would. Great. I know, right?
You'd have it because you'd be successful.
And I can't tell you, I mean, I've read all sorts of books, I've watched all sorts of TED Talks, I am, excited about anybody that's gonna speak to me about what success is and how to get there. But the thing is that, frankly, they're not me, right? And they're not you. And I can't tell you how to get to fulfillment for you, right? Only you know that. So that's the bad news. Sorry, is that we actually don't have the key. But you all do, individually, right? So even if we look at an example for, to put it out there, I have actually two friends that I've been talking to recently, and we're gonna call them Monica and Jane, for confidentiality reasons. But so Monica, they both want to be the artistic director of a major company, is what their goal is ultimately. Now, Monica is younger. She doesn't have a family yet. She doesn't have a mortgage to pay. She is just, she's starting out, but she's going really hard. She is taking every single directing gig that comes up. She is mingling, which a lot of times means going out and getting drinks and, talking to people late at night and, really working hard, right? She'll take gigs for little to no money to get exposure, right? That's what Monica's game is. And she's doing great. She's, in real life example, like she's a name right now. Now, Jane over here also wants the same thing, right? Jane is a little bit older. She's a little bit later in her career, technically, but Jane's got a family. Jane's got family commitments and, going to spending holidays and actually staying home with her kids, with her husband. They've got a mortgage, all that stuff, right? The adulting stuff. Does Jane have to give up on being the artistic director of the theater company? Nope. Just means that Monica's roadmap doesn't work for Jane, right? She can still get there, absolutely, but it's gonna be a different road. Okay, so back to you designing your own roadmap. Here's what's really great, is that all of you in this room are creative. Yeah?
Yeah.
Some of you are going, no, not me. I'm an arts administrator. I celebrate the other artists, but I just type and punch numbers. No, you too. You got into this profession for a reason, right? All of you are creative. And it is amazing to me how many artists I talk to that feel like they have to have a trajectory set out for them. Somebody else's trajectory, right? That they can't create it on their own. No, I'm an actor on stage. That is where I reserve all of my creativity. That is what I reserve all my creativity for. In my life, it has to go a certain way, right? but you are all creative, and we've all been enlightened today, right? So we're gonna go there. And that's what I'm gonna ask you, is to actually go there. So what if, just for today, you can put it down the minute you walked out of this room if you want to, but just for today, what if creativity was your superpower? Like, really think about that. Creativity was your superpower. What would you create? If nobody told you that you couldn't do something, that it had to go a certain way, that success looked like something in particular, you had a totally blank canvas. You've got all the responsibilities, right? You're still a mom, you still got that mortgage, you still, whatever it is, right? Those commitments to you are still there. But if you could design your life from this place of creativity as your superpower, what would you design? Take just a few minutes and think about that and write it down, and we'll come back together.
Oh, on your papers, we'll use the trays later.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry about that. Plates.
Plates.
Alex.
Small trees. Markers work.
And I just did want to say a quick word because I heard some rumblings about the music. So, because Hustling Creative, kind of like what, I don't remember exactly who said it this morning, maybe Gabriel was saying that we're all co-learners. The Hustling Creative, we're all co-collaborators, we're all co-creators. And so what we're trying to do is just lift everything up from a grassroots level. All the icons, all the artwork that you're seeing that's provided to Hustling Creative was by an actual artist. The people who you're listening to are an actual band that we spotlit who are in LA. One of them is South African Filipino, one of them is a pink-headed California girl. So just plugging that if you have work that you'd like to share, and then let's chat afterwards. But yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so we're taking a little break on the visioning exercise here, and you can come back to it later. I would actually encourage you to keep about this and keep expanding, because 3 minutes is not enough to design your future likely. But I'd love to hear what that experience was like for you. Who will share? Scary. Will you elaborate?
Okay, yeah, so I don't know, it's like I think like, I know personally, I think so many people, like, I feel like at a place, like, it's hard for me to create like a writer's block, kind of. And so thinking of, what is it to superpower, it's kind of like, malfunctioning, functioning, like, no, I don't know, like,
Yeah. Is it a like too overwhelming thing? Yeah. Like too many possibilities.
Yeah,
I don't know what I'd start with.
yeah.
Got it. Thanks for sharing. Yeah. Who else? Yes.
Uncertainty or like not knowing, and then when you're creating like your superpower or your life, like not leaving behind your like partner. Like as I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do all these things, but where's Kenny?
Thank you for sharing that. That is something that comes up, right? Like, oh no, I had this conversation with my mom the other day. She was like, yes, possibility sounds great. I don't know where your dad fits into that. And I'm like, okay, great. But but there's actually something to look at there. Like, oh, how do I create a partnership and get my needs met, right? And do the things that I want and still be in partnership with my person. Yeah, thanks for sharing. Yes?
I was gonna say that, so for me, I started out, well, let me write this down because I don't have anything else to say right now for me. But I feel like I'm really creative for other people. So I'm very good at, somebody will come up to me and say, I'm having this trouble. I'm a creative problem solver.
Yeah.
Oh, you should do this. That's a good idea. And like, so I have that issue. I'm like, so now what should I do for my marketing plan? For my personal, journey. And I'm like telling everybody else what they can do as far as like, okay, if you frame it this way. And I feel like I'm constantly giving out ideas. And then when it comes to ideas for myself, I'm sitting here with a blank page.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah.
To piggyback off of hers, I was in that position until I started trying to own what I wanted to do and stop sharing it. Because I live in a community where you share an idea, somebody's going to do it for you, or steal it, or take it. So I would say, I want to do this. I'm like, oh, there it is, over there. Oh, okay. Told them that 3 months ago. And so I'm in the place now where it's more so about security. If I take this risk, even though I have a full-time job, if I take this risk to do the things that I want full-time, it's about security and financial at that point. And kind of creating that, what my mom calls a honey pot within my union with my husband. Like, I need a separate place to put the money to have my own security to create this thing that I want for myself. So I think it's also financial and having that security and not being reliant on the partner.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing. Yeah. Any last shares and thoughts? Yes? Sorry.
I kind of felt like my stomach drop a little bit. Because I just feel like what I wrote down will take a lot of audacity. And I'm just like, am I that audacious?
Thank you.
I think for me, I had like a holy shit moment. It was a positive holy shit moment. Because like, as soon as you said that, I had my idea automatically, which was one very surprising to me. And then when I had it, it's like a very macro idea. And I was like, this doesn't relate to anything that I'm currently doing. And then I realized, oh yes it does.
Yeah.
And so now with that thing that I am doing, I'm going to apply what I just came up with to that.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So it was very surprising.
Beautiful.
Like literally holy shit.
Amazing.
I feel like, well, what I felt was the way that the performing arts community is set up, it is not possible for me to have what I want. I have a 9-to-5 corporate job that has amazing pay and amazing benefits.
how in the hell do I run a theater company that does?
Great question. Great question.
So, you know, it's one of those of, I wish I could do that, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's like, right now, I can't even see that.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you all for taking the time to really look for yourself and get something from that. From the, I noticed that I vision for other people, but not for me. Or the, oh no, I know what my vision is, but it's either not possible or it's gonna take something of me, right? And that's, and wherever you are is perfect in this conversation. And what I'm actually gonna challenge you to do is this weekend, take a step towards that big vision. Even if it's figuring out what it is for you, right? I would challenge you to go one step. Even if it's the, okay, well, do I have the audacity to create this? Or, you know, the performing arts world is not set up for this. You can actually be the one to set it up, right? It's all gonna start somewhere, right? So think about that. You are the person that is gonna make this happen for you, right? Allow yourself to dream and take a step, and then take another step, and then take another step. I'm not gonna tell you that this is not gonna be scary and difficult, and there are not gonna be times that you go, you know, forget it, it wasn't that bad. The time that I was sitting in that room being like, oh yeah, there's better things out there. It was pretty good. You will. I think about that sometimes, like, well, it would have been easier if I had just like sucked it up and worked that desk job or something. And it's not a full expression of me. So think about what that is for you. What's the full expression of you? What's the macro that you're going towards, and start taking steps.